Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Ruskell Gaming Podcast with the new screen that looks oh so pretty, and you're about to see the new overlay, which I think the other one was a little better, honestly, but this one's pretty cool too. But this screen, though, whoo, that is pretty. I tell you what. Alright, so this is episode 5. Got a long list. This might be a 2-hour podcast. I don't know. What we're going to talk about today, gun control. The only thing sweeping the nation. Gun control, gun laws, gun violence. That's the only thing people are talking about. And then something about some tax tariff on Chinese products. I'll talk a little bit about that. But whatever. It's just your standard U.S. bullshit. Then we will talk about bracketology and just update on how the NCAA tournament's doing. All those upsets. Crazy shit going on there. Let's turn this down a little bit. Not that far, Jesus. We'll talk about Mayweather in the UFC, if he's ever going to come up to the UFC, and why he shouldn't. After that, we'll talk about the NFL, who my picks to win each division are pre-draft. So I'm going to look ahead. It's just common to do so. I'm going to look ahead at, they need to pick this guy, or I'm not going to say that, but I'm going to say if they have a right draft, they could easily walk away with it kind of stuff. And healthiness, stuff like that. But for the most part, it's all just based on what their roster is right now. And then I will talk about the NFL free agents, the top available, and who I think is going to get picked pretty damn soon, or at least should get picked soon. So, without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, I give you episode 5. Hello. Look at this. Look at this. Pretty new overlay. I got the yellow stage, if you will. I still have the RG in the top corner for Ruskell Gaming. I got a nice little stage here. Once hopefully, we can get some people talking. That is what the bottom section is for. It is a small section for comments. But at least get the job done. I'm sorry about the glare. I still have not figured out. I can do this, or I can take my glasses off, but I look weird as shit. I'm always looking weird. I'm always looking ugly. If I take my glasses off, it's even worse. So I could talk like this the whole time. But this feels weird, honestly. So I don't know. You just gotta deal with the glare. You can see what I'm seeing if you look real close. You can see what I'm just staring at myself right now. Yeah. So I tried the brightness. That does nothing. It still glares off my glasses like a motherfucker. Yeah, I don't know how to fix it. It just, without taking my glasses off, I don't think there's anything I can do to stop the glare, unless I want to sit a few feet back or always look down like this. There's things I can do, but none are comfortable. You know what I'm saying? Like this is to sit, look at my screen like this. This is comfortable. This, or cross it up. This, I can maybe sit like this. This looks weird. It's like I'm not even talking to you guys. I'm just sitting there, like, lost in thought. I don't know. This is weird. Anywho, deal with the glare. I'll move around a lot. Give me some of these or something. I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, let's get on with the show, shall we? First thing up was gun control and gun law. So there was another shooting. What was it, 2 days ago? But this one was stopped. Okay, this one was stopped by his armed security guard. Shot him after 2 students were shot, and Twitterverse was going crazy, and Fox News was going crazy. Why isn't this being talked about? Because there was someone that actually got stopped, and they need to talk about this. This is why we need guns. This is why we need armed teachers. You don't. I talked about this, I think, last episode. You don't need to arm teachers. That's a terrible idea. That's how you get more people shot. They're not gonna. They're gonna miss. How many times in your years of classes, either high school, college, elementary, whatever, did your teacher say, "Now where did I put," and whatever follows that statement? You're telling me they're going to keep track of their gun all the time? It's bound to happen. Someone's going to lose it. Coffee break. Someone's going to lose their gun. The student's going to get it. They're going to shoot people. Now, obviously, that's being very pessimistic of me, but shit happens. All right, army teachers will not help. That does nothing. Oh, so instead of 10 students dying, you have 3 students dying, and then the shooter gets shot. That doesn't prevent school shootings. That's not gonna. The people that are shooting up schools, that go into schools, start shooting up, they pretty much know that nothing good is going to come of it. They're either going to spend probably the rest of their life in jail, or they're just not going to, like, they're going to get shot something. Yeah, did everybody see the new chat, by the way? That's cool, wasn't it? Yeah. Anyway, it's not going to stop them from going into school. Now, I'm not one of those weird fucking new school liberals that piss everybody off. I'm a liberal, technically, by standpoints. Democrat, I don't even know what people classify as what now. But I'm not saying take guns away. I'm saying just make laws a little stricter. We can do some background check. Everybody has a background check. It's not that hard. Everybody knows everything. The government knows everybody, pretty much. Like, or they can find stuff out. Everyone has a gun. Go ahead and do some research on it. Oh, you got some shit. You got some shit. Like, oh, you got a couple gun felonies and shit. No, we're gonna go ahead and take your gun. All you people that don't have anything against you, yeah, go ahead, keep a gun. Keep a gun. Then we're gonna make it harder to get guns, because if you really want a gun, fuck it, you can wait a little bit. If I want a car, I have to wait. Gun, you have to wait too. I get that. I'm not an idiot. I understand that. With how much violence there is, there's precautionary measures that aren't being taken that should be taken. Yeah, but well, there's more people that die because of car accidents and stuff. Why don't we just take cars? Again, I'm not taking cars. If you get in a fucking accident, that's like purposely your fault. Accidents happen, all right? People are gonna get shot accidentally. It's gonna happen. But Dual Geeks 98, you're new. What's up? Accidents happen, all right? It's just part of life. But if you do something to cause a wreck or vehicular manslaughter, shit like that, we're gonna take your license away. We're gonna make it. You're obviously gonna get a car, just like you can obviously get a gun, even if we put all these restrictions in. But basically, what I'm trying to say is we're fucked either way. Don't arm the teachers. That's only gonna make shit worse. If bad people want guns, they're gonna get guns. They're going to shoot up places. It happens. That's part of life, unfortunately. You can't just make the entire world like a giant prison. But you also got to try something. You can't just let this go. Yeah, but arming more people isn't going to help. It's just not. Welcome to the chat. Look at this. Friendly recon thumper. Welcoming people to the chat and shit. Love it. Friendly guy. Granted, he probably knows who that is, honestly. But, whatever. Shit, more people. Yeah, that's it. Just don't arm teachers. It's not going to do anything. It's not going to help. Just try something different with rules or something. Because you got to try something. It's getting a little ridiculous at this point. It's getting out of hand. Try something to make it better. If you can't, if it doesn't help, what does it hurt then? It's not gonna make adverse effects. They're trying to take they're making it harder for me to get a gun. Now I'm gonna shoot up more places. I'm gonna shoot up Walmarts now. No, I don't. First of all, just stop being stupid, people. Stop shooting. Just use your gun for home protection. If someone breaks into your house, fucking shoot them. All right. But no one does that. That's your home protection. You don't need it for anything else, right? No one's breaking into your house. You don't need to use it. If you're using it for hunting, go hunting with it. Don't hunt people with it, though. Okay? This isn't some shitty 90s, early 2000s movie where the best game to hunt is a human. No, all right? Go hunting, hunt some deer, some pheasants, shit like that. That's what guns are for. Or if you're in the military, you're overseas, have your gun with you. But you're not shooting up schools when you're in the military, okay? Like, let's just think about shit for a second, people. Part 2 of the old Trumpscapades, I'm calling it. Just thought of that off the top of my head. You're welcome. We got this fancy tariff coming in. I have 3 current viewers. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Making it big. We have this fancy tariff coming in for Chinese imports because Trump says we need to make American products more we need to buy more American products, I guess. That would be the way of saying it. Which I would agree with if American products weren't terrible. When's the last time you bought something made in China, then you bought something made in America, but the same product, and you were happy with the one made in America? Probably not often, because we don't. Cheap labor in China. Okay, it sounds terrible. Cheap labor, they can make better products because they don't have to pay for fucking labor. America, we gotta pay for that shit. Okay. Oh well, in China they're shutting down child labor. They're really breaking down. Come on, are they? Are they really? All I'm saying is American products aren't that great. There's a reason people aren't buying them. Tariffs on Chinese products. That's just gonna get China. Actually, no, it's not even gonna make China pissed. They're fine without us. All right. They're gonna be like, okay, we're just gonna keep doing business with the European countries over there. We'll be all right. We have plenty of people to buy our products over here. You do you, America. Have fun with your products. It's not gonna. The best part about this is I read it. It was Fox News, and the headline was like, "This is the change America needed," or something. Finally, someone's doing something. It was something like I was like, "What? What?" And then I look. I was like, "This has got to be Fox News, right?" Fox News. Yeah. Okay. Okay. I don't know why I don't know why news outlets have to be so biased with their political views. Like, why can't you just report the news and not say anything? But whatever. That's not how the world works. It's always steel. So pretty much, like cars and big shit like that, they're putting tariffs on. See, I don't read. I don't. I don't. I don't read news. I read the headlines and then look at who the headline is and make my decisions based off that. Is it bad? Yeah, it is. But at the same time, if it is just steel, as you were saying, so it'll be big stuff like cars and parts and stuff like that, and pretty much big things, not the small stuff. Which, I mean, that's pretty standard. Hasn't it always been like? Hasn't big shit like that always been tariffed? I could be wrong. I took a bunch of history classes. We didn't talk about tariffs besides tea back in the revolutionary days, but I could be wrong there. But it's always been taxed, or this is just more increased tariffs. Damn it! Now I actually have to do fucking research on this. You had to say something. Try to make me intelligent, making me read. Oh, let's see. I want to read the Fox News one. Let's see, where is it? I want Fox News. I don't want that fake news CNN. No, I can't even find it. We'll go CBS. That's the next big thing, right? Chinese, well, Trump's Chinese tariff announcement leads to a huge stock market plunge. What? Did I click the right article here? Fucking ads, man. Ugh. Miss Trump's emotion billions of tears. Things fighters. Blah, 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 blah. Trade war. What are their tariff fees? Did I miss it in the first paragraph? Dow Jones is always up and down. If Dow Jones is what they're worried about, that's nothing. It'll be back before you know it. What are they tariffing? Thanks, CBS, for nothing. Jesus. USA Today, what do you got? See, this is iPhone. That's not steel. Recon Thumper. What are you doing? We use that steel so the Chinese can add tariff costs to our costs, increasing our prices for products. Yeah, that's what fucking. What do you mean? That's what tariffs are. Yeah, that's the purpose of tariffs, correct? What does that have to do with the steel, though? Tech parts. I'm not seeing steel, Recon. You're fucking up. I'm seeing tech parts and shit like that. What I thought it was, but you're saying steel, huh? Unless I'm just like missing the words I'm supposed to be saying, seeing. But I'll take your word for it. You know, I'll take your word for it. Still nothing there. Let's go back to the top. The L.A. Times. L.A. Times. Aerospace. See, this sounds like a steel thing. New taxes, which should be announced this spring. RD. Leaders in agriculture, retail, and technology industries are predicting their business will pay a heavy price. Yeah, it's bound to happen. It's tariff being cheaper. Shit. I literally just Googled Chinese tariff. Yeah. I didn't put steel in it. Well, I just did Chinese tariff. Because what if you're wrong about the steel thing, man? Then I'm looking up something completely different. Again, Dow Jones. Oh, here we go. 25% tariff on U.S. pork imports and recycled aluminum. 15% tariffs on American steel pipes, fruit and wine. So you said steel, but come on, fruit and wine. Jeez, man. Almonds, nuts. It's affected everything. He's trying to make it about steel. It's classic Republican shit there, Recon. You gonna take your gun? They're not taking your guns, are they? So basically, what I'm seeing is Trump wants to just get the old slap of the dick on the table and say, "Here you go, China. We don't fucking need you. You need us." So we'll, yeah, I guess that I don't know. He's just flexing his dick. I don't know what it. I don't know. I'm confused with everything Trump does. Like, I don't know how his supporting cast doesn't just like. I don't know. This is why I don't talk politics. It's frustrating. No matter what people do, the president is always going to do something fucking stupid. That's why I don't. Okay, here's the hot take. I don't fucking vote. Yeah. Why? Because one vote doesn't make a difference. It really doesn't. If everyone stopped voting, then it would start making a difference. They might start respecting votes more. But no matter who is voted president, one, checks and balances. So, I mean, there's that. Two, the president, in my opinion, is literally just a figurehead. 3, why the fuck would you vote Trump as your figurehead? Hey, who's a good person to represent America? Trump. Yeah, that'll go. No, that'll go over well. Yeah, yeah, it will. It will. Yeah. Oh yeah. Now, I'm not saying, Hillary is a great figurehead. I'm not saying that in the slightest. Bernie, everybody's got their problems. But fucking Trump, like, now we got Oprah wanting to run for president. It's just, what are having to politicians running for president? Crooked politicians. That's what I want. Crooked politicians, not bankrupt billionaires. All right, that's what I want for America. That's the America I know. It's the America I love. Okay. Moving on from this, we're gonna take a peek over here at the bracket. So 2018 bracket, obviously. Right now, all these games, these are coming up on the 24th tomorrow. Today we have the Sweet 16 games on the East and the Midwest Conference first side. RG for president. Damn, man, I'd make some fucking changes. I'd make some changes. I'd be a great figurehead. What, I don't even know what I'll say anymore. This right here, this is the face of America. All right, ugly. Doesn't know how to grow facial hair. Doesn't take anything seriously. This is America. All right. RG for president. I have to be 35. So what's that? I don't know what that'd be. 20. See, now I'm showing my 2020 is the next election, right? So it'd be, I need to wait 10. So 2030 I can run. I think I'd only be 34 though. So it'd have to be 2034 I can run. 2034, Ruskell Gaming. No, that'll be my name. I won't even go by my name. It'll be Ruskell Gaming for president. I'll be like that old dude. First Amish president. Just had to attack the hair, man. I already made fun of my facial hair, and you had to attack it more. It's not cool. Anyway, today we got Villanova. Why the fuck does it highlight? I just want to highlight this. Fuck you. All right. Villanova, West Virginia, Texas Tech, Purdue, Clemson, and Kansas, Q's, and Duke. I hope Q's win because I fucking hate Duke. I hope Clemson wins because I don't want a number 1 in. Same with West Virginia. Plus, I think Clemson's looking on top of their fucking game, like they're looking out of this world right now. West Virginia is playing good. I mean, look at this. They fucking blew through Murray State. They blew through Marshall, who beat Wichita State, who a lot of people had picked for Elite Eight. Clemson shit all over Auburn. Oh, do you guys see that game? It wasn't even. They were down by like 40 at half or something. So the fact that that was this close is, I mean, that's only 31 points, but still, it was a fucking beatdown. Q's beating Michigan State, another top heavily picked team. TCU was ranked 6th. I don't think they weren't that great, but they were good. Duke kind of blew through Rhode Island, but Rhode Island beat Oklahoma. Oklahoma was ass. But I mean, this should be a good game. Duke, Syracuse. Syracuse is actually a pretty good matchup for them. Clemson, Kansas. I hope Seton Hall. I wanted Seton Hall to win or make Final Four. I didn't want them winning it, but Clemson. I hope beats Kansas. Texas Tech, Purdue. I didn't think Purdue was making this far. I honestly had them losing to Cal State Fullerton just because I didn't think Purdue could win. Bold move on my part, I know, but I definitely didn't see him getting past Butler. That's for sure. Texas Tech is looking good right now, so we'll see if they can beat Purdue. West Virginia, again, is just looking dominant. Nova's looking dominant too, but I mean, Bama, it's pretty weak in the East here until you get to like the top half of the bracket's pretty weak. This is a good matchup. This is a good matchup. All these teams are pretty ass. Besides West Virginia, Nova, and Wichita State is too small, so I can never trust them. But we'll go with West Virginia, Texas Tech, Clemson, and the Qs. Over here, Michigan beating Texas A&M. Not a surprise. Michigan's playing out of their mind. Texas A&M beating UNC was a huge shocker. But Michigan's playing out of their mind right now. I have them picked to win the finals. The Zags losing to Florida State was big. Florida State they beat Missouri, tough matchup. Beat Xavier, really tough matchup. Then they beat the Zags. They're looking unstoppable right now. I'm looking forward to this game at 8:49, so 7:49 Central, 6:49 Mountain, 5:49 Pacific. Do the math. This will be a good matchup. Get ready to watch this one because that'll be a top-notch game. Kansas State, they're looking unstoppable right now. This should have probably never happened, but if you watch Kansas State's games, they look good. Kentucky looked fucking great against Buffalo, who destroyed Zona. So it was kind of one of those things as well. It probably should never have happened. It should be Arizona, Kansas State right now, in my opinion. But or in this one. But Loyola, look at that. By 2 on a buzzer beater, by 1 on a buzzer beater. I didn't watch the game, so I don't know how they won, but they only won by 1. So they're finding ways to win, man. That's all that matters, right? They're finding ways to win. So this should be an alright game too, because they'll find a way to win. Kansas State's playing great. But yeah, this is potentially 0 number ones because it could be. I mean, it's a 9-3, 9-11. This could be a 5-3 and a 5-11, and then it could very well be a 9, and 2 5s, and maybe an 11. That's insane, but it could happen. Who knows? We'll have to wait and see. Next up on the agenda, how long are we? Well, we're at 28 minutes. I'm kind of flying through this shit. I need to slow it down. Just kidding. I don't want to take your guys' time forever. Especially you, Recon Thumper. I'm looking out for you. I'm a loyal fan. We're going to talk about Mayweather. 1. Mayweather, you are how old now? Fucking 45? I don't know. You're 41, so you're not that old. Too old to try to get into mixed martial arts, especially the UFC. If you said, fuck it, I want to try some mixed martial arts out, and you went to one of the lower and small ass things, just to get a fight and go for it. But the UFC is the top of the top. It's the best mixed martial art brand. So how do you plan on getting into that? I know you probably just want one fight for some money. But come on, man. I think you're full of shit, personally. All the talks and Tyron Woodley's going to trade me and stuff. I think that's just publicity to keep your name in there. Could we see a fight eventually? Yeah. Brandon Schaub said, fuck it, give him Cyborg. We know he likes to beat women. Oh! I'm sorry. Another one, the one that makes sense to me that people are throwing out is CM Punk, because it's a big name from wrestling. It's a big name in boxing, Clash at UFC. CM Punk's by no means a world beater. I'm just taking all of Schaub's phrases. CM Punk by no means is a threat to a lot of people in the UFC. It's the same thing. He should have gone to smaller things, learned the ropes of MMA, and then go to UFC. Maybe but and then you got Floyd, the big name. That would be the fight for money. If he wants just money, you should take CM Punk. If he wants to fight, he's a big enough name to get draws. You could put him on a pay-per-view, like with some couple title fights or something, and it would sell big time because you have the title fights, plus you have Floyd Mayweather fighting. So that's pretty big. But if you're gonna fight, you weigh 150 pounds, all right? You got 150. 145 to choose from or 155. You're too small to fight 155, so you're going to have to go to the featherweight division, 145. If you even think about fighting someone above Zabit, or it's probably Zabit, honestly, but I'm saying Zabit, Magomed Sharapov. Jesus, that's a name. He's ranked 20. If you think about fighting anyone above him, Michael Johnson's gonna fuck you up. Gilbert Melendez will take you down and beat the shit out of you. 3 straight losses, it don't matter. It's Gilbert Melendez. He's wrestling your ass. Dennis Bermudez is fucking you up. Feely's fucking you up. Doho Choi is fucking you up. Calvin Guitar fucking you up. You get the point. All these guys from 20 and up are fucking you up, whether it's taking you to the ground and beating you to death, or just they'll literally just kick your face off, or beat your leg down and say you can't walk, and then beat your face in. Don't fight anyone up. You need to stay down in this range. This nice 56 to 50 range. That's where you need to stay. Somewhere in there. You know, I'll give you 40. Go up to 40. Fight someone in here. But another thing you gotta look at. You say your wrestling is a, tell me if I'm wrong. Wrestling 7 kick, or no, wrestling is a 4, kicks are a 7. Is that how it was, or is it backwards? Kicks were a 4, wrestling was a 7. Your wrestling's not a fucking 7. All right, you're not rolling around with your buddies. You're wrestling in the. Let's take a look at this. This is the best wrestling takedowns in MMA. There is a difference between wrestling and wrestling in MMA. Some of the best wrestlers do not do good in the MMA because it's a different type of wrestling. Tossed. Oof. 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 Catch the leg. There's your kick. Your awesome 7 kick or 4 kick, whatever. Oh, just getting ragdolled. This could be you, Floyd, since your wrestling's so good. Your hands are slower. You don't have power, so no one really has to respect that because they can just run in. They're not afraid of a knee or a kick from you. Run in, head down, plow through you, do shit like this. This is the wrestling you're working with, Floyd. You don't have a 7 in this wrestling. You're not even close to a 7 in this wrestling. Hate to tell you, actually I don't. I'm fucking pay attention, man. I hope to God for some reason you find this somewhere, and you look at me when I'm telling you, stay out. Okay, your wrestling isn't a 7. Your kicks aren't a 4. I know it sounds good and it's good publicity. Stop it. All right, stop it, because you're not gonna be able to do that. Now, back to what I was saying. Stay in that top echelon. All right, you got all these people. We'll go back to this camera. You got all these people here. Pick out one of them. But what you have to look for, who has a win by submission? Because your jiu-jitsu skills are 0. You didn't say anything about that. You said wrestling and kicks. You forgot fucking submissions, man. You forgot rolling around on the ground. It's a 0, let me tell you. So you can't do anyone with a submission win. Now, before the podcast, I was looking through all of these people. You know who doesn't have a submission win? This guy. Everyone else has at least 2, I believe. There might be one that slipped through the cracks where he had 1 or something, but at least 2 submission wins. That means they'll take you down and break your arm. Your little tiny arm, and they'll choke you the fuck out. You need to pick this guy right here. Hakeem Hakeem Dawoda. I don't know how to pronounce the name. Look at this. 7 wins, 6 by knockout. That's how you want to fight. You want to fight the guy that wants to bang if you're going to fight anyone. 1 loss by decision. So again, he's going to try to bang with you. Technical submission. Loss. Oh. So yeah, his 1 loss was submission then. I read that wrong. Anyway, see this? No submissions. This is what you're looking for, buddy. This is what you're looking for. And 1 draw. I wonder how that draw happened. Magomedov. Okay. What else? Wow, that was a fast submission too. Jesus. That was just this past week. My God, Hakeem. 39 seconds for a submission? My Jesus. Alright, but look at this. Mike Miles, Muay Thai, and kickboxing. This is part number 2. You don't want to fight in the UFC because of this. Muay Thai clinch, beatdown, and knockouts tribute. Someone's going to clinch you up, get close with you, throw an elbow or knee, or they're going to do this. They're going to grab the back of your head. You're going to duck because that's what boxers do. And you're just going to take knees to the face, to the body, over and over again. Oh, it's ugly. Oh, oh, it hurts. Anderson Silva. Oh, what you would do to Floyd would be great. Look at this. That's you. That's you, Floyd. That's you, little guy not knowing what to do, just getting kneed in the face. Oh. Oh. Oh, God, make it stop, Mark Coleman. Make it stop, please. Coleman again, it looks like. That's Rampage Jackson, Floyd. That is Rampage Jackson. He is destroying. You think you could take on Rampage Jackson? If you were even his size, you think you could take him on? Nah, you couldn't. Ugh. Look at these knees. You want this? You want this in your future? I don't think so. Alright? So stick with this guy. Where'd he go? Hakeem. That's your choice. You have CM Punk or you have Hakeem. Don't even try to fight up at lightweight because they are way too big for you. Alright, don't fight there. You might be able to find one smaller dude, but they will mess you up, okay? They will mess you up. What'd I do? What'd I do? Oh God. They will mess you up. Plain and simple. Please don't do it. Please. Actually, scratch it. Fucking do it. Because I want to see you get destroyed. As Mr. Recon Thumper said, murked. Watch him get murked. Because he would. He would get fucking murked. He's got a puncher's chance. Not really. Because I don't think he has any power left in him. Oh, well, he just got a TKO for Conor McGregor boxing in the 10th round. And McGregor was just leaning against the ropes. Just, alright, don't stop it. Don't stop. Why'd you stop it, dude? Why'd you stop the fight? I was fine. What are you doing? I was fine. Oh, you gotta defend yourself. Fucking hit me with pillows over here, man. Come on. Jesus. Let him go. He's not hurting me. It's fine. McGregor, Mayweather, even with 3-ounce, 4-ounce gloves. Bare knuckle box. Fuck it. Your brittle ass hands. You're fucking yourself up, man. Please do it so I can watch the massacre happen. That would be marvelous. Alright. Done with that now. Now on to the meat and potatoes of the podcast. The NFL. Because that's what I love. The NFL. Damn, we're making great time. 39 minutes too. I thought this was going to be like a 2-hour podcast. Fuck me. I want to know where all my viewers went. Said hi. I had 3. That was great. Now I'm down to 1. It hurts. Fuck it. I do this to hear myself talk. Let's be honest. I'm never going to get a viewer. I probably have 1 view on YouTube total. 2 with Recon. It happens, alright? Unless I win the lottery and I do this consistently, you know, start doing this for, we'll donate the money, any money made, shit like that. That would be great, but it's not going to happen. Why am I doing this? Because I'm bored, and it would be cool if for some reason this just took off. This would be amazing. To do this and play video games, that would be the dream. It's not going to happen, though. I'm going to be stuck working, hopefully not an awful job. Hopefully I find a job I really love. I don't have to deal with bullshit, but it's probably not going to be this. If by some miracle it happens, dear God, thank you. But it's probably not. It's probably not. I got dry skin. I don't know if it's a reflection. It looks like I got dry skin on my nose, though. I can't fucking... It might just be a reflection. I don't know. Anyway, so we're going to go into the NFL pre-draft picks. Pre-draft. For each division. Recon, I'm guessing you're the one in here still. The NFC West is the last division. So if you want to just tune this out, I don't know, and then join back in 10, 20 minutes. I don't hate my job. I love my job. There's too much bullshit that goes with it, though. We could get paid a little more. Don't even lie. Love my job, though. Love it. Just hate all the bullshit that comes with it. If I could do just the job and not do all the extra shit, that would be amazing. That would be the dream. I don't even care how much I'm getting paid. But there's too much bullshit. Not enough pay. Yeah. Anyway, NFL. We're going to start with the AFC North because if you go to, what was I looking at? I went through every single roster this morning before the podcast started. Every single roster. That is 32 rosters. All right. On Fox Sports, I believe, they had it listed, and that's how they had it listed in order of division. So we're going to go with that. AFC North. Judging by the teams, who I think is set up the best, I think the Cleveland Browns will win this division. That being said, the Pittsburgh Steelers will win this division. Why? Because it's the Browns and they can never figure out how to fucking win. If you look position by position, offense to defense, they're set. They have an amazing team. I should have kept these rosters up, honestly. I should have kept these up just for shits and giggles. Oh, it's on NFL.com, not Fox Sports. But if you go position, they're set pretty much every position. There's a few weaknesses, but their front seven is phenomenal. They have a great offense. They got Tyrod Taylor throwing the ball. Their offensive line is one of the best. They could use a little better running back now that Isaiah Crowell's gone, but what can you do there? But defensively, their DBs are pretty weak. And even then, they're not. Like, they got Jamar Taylor. He's pretty locked down. Howard Wilson, yeah, he's all right. But Demarius Randall, they just got from the Packers. I think he's a good corner. Packers don't know how to fucking run defenses. Get to that a little bit. But yeah, their front seven's amazing. They got good safeties. Their cornerbacks are questionable. They got Jamar Taylor, Jamarius Randall now. So that definitely helps. That pretty much shored up, solidified would be a better word, what their biggest weaknesses were. And they still got Breon, Body Calhoun, and who's their big safety? Where is he? I'm missing him here. Awkward. I don't remember. Don't remember who I was looking at the safety. Their safety is probably their weakest spot. But, I mean, they got Jabril Peppers to fucking run all over the place if they really want to. The point is, they are set. All they need is to actually coach and know how to bring it all together. The Pittsburgh Steelers, though, will probably win the division because besides them, the Ravens aren't going to do jack, the Bengals aren't going to do jack. The Steelers will because the Browns probably don't know how to coach. Now, remember, I did say Browns will win the division. If they weren't the Browns. Any other team, any other organization with the roster they have would probably dominate. Not dominate, but they would win. Okay? They would win. Steelers are going to win because the Browns are the Browns. That's it. On to the AFC South. Now, I hate doing this. I said I was going to pick the winners of the division, but this one is a toss-up. Why? Because the Texans, the Jags, and the Titans are all good. All good. They all have Jags and Titans underrated defense. Well, the Jags aren't anymore. They were to start the year, and then people realized how good they were. Texans, great defense. Titans, underrated defense. Jags, amazing defense. Offensively, they're all amazing offenses. this is another potential 3-team in the playoff. Um, the winner of the division plus the 2 wild card spots could easily come from the AFC South because it's going to be back and forth in the division, and then they're probably going to win the rest of their games for the most part. Um, that being said, if Deshaun Watson stays healthy, the Texans should win the division. The biggest question is, though, the offensive line of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Can they hold up amongst the crazy pass rushes they're going to be going against? If they can hold up, they should be able to win as well. They historically haven't. We'll see if they do anything to solidify that further. They haven't so far. Let me just check their O-line again to make sure. Let's see here. AJ Cann. I don't even know if he plays. I'll let you guys see this. Brandon Linder, Pro Bowler. Andrew Norwell. 5th season out of Ohio State. Played with the Panthers. Okay, we'll see. Jeremy Parnell, Pro Bowler. William Poles, man. Cam Robinson. Yeah. Poles probably won't play, honestly, because it'll be Parnell and Cam. But, yeah. Chris Reed, Tyler Shatley. Altogether, they're pretty solid. But if they struggle with the pass defenses they're gonna face, they're not gonna win. That's the big question mark. Deshaun Watson, if he is healthy, they will make the playoffs. Whether it's winning the division or the wild card, I think them and the Jags will both make the playoffs. The Titans will be the one that'll be on the board. If the Jags O-line can do what they're supposed to do, they will win. If Deshaun Watson stays healthy, they will win. Why do I say 2 teams will win? Because, like I said, they're both going to make the playoffs. It'll probably be a 1-game separation for who wins the division as it stands now. With the draft, free agency still going, shit can happen. But as it stands now, that's how it's going. The AFC East. Obviously, the New England Patriots. If you ever go against the Patriots, it's because they don't have Bill Belichick or Tom Brady, which, by the way, next year they probably won't. So, keep an eye out there, AFC East. Players are going to start going to you. But the Patriots are the pick this year, still. If it's not the Patriots, the Jets. They have a good team. They really do. They got Teddy Bridgewater as the quarterback now. I love Teddy Bridgewater. If he doesn't hurt his knee again, he's money, and it's going to be great. What they have to do, though, so as of right now, it's hard to see them winning, but let's just, here we go, Jets. Let's pull this up. I just want to point something out to you. Quarterback, that's 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. You have 5 quarterbacks on your roster. That's not it. That's not it. Running backs. 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 7 running backs. But look who they are. So quarterbacks, you got Teddy Bridgewater, of course, and then you have their starting quarterback from last year. Well, they got Christian Hackenberg. I don't trust it, but they got Josh McCown. Running backs, though. Let's just look at this. So they now have Isaiah Crowell, who is in all respects a beast. Matt Forte, A little old, but can still get the job done. Keem Judd, he's not going to do anything. Jeremy Langford, low-key stud, underrated. Elijah McGuire, not going to do much. Bilal Powell, he can get the job done for you. He's not going to be that great. He's not going to be your elite dude, but he can get the job done. Jahad Thomas, he's not going to be on the team. The point I'm trying to make here, trim some fat. Get rid of some of those guys. Get a couple draft picks. Try to find some young studs in the draft. Maybe pick up someone other crazy in free agency. We'll get to free agents later, and maybe you can pick some up. But their defense looks good. Their defense is underrated. I mean, properly rated because they're middle of the pack. They have about a middle of the pack defense. They have potential to be a great defense, but their offense is good. They got plenty of weapons. They have Teddy Bridgewater at the quarterback. They have a solid O-line. They got Kelvin Beachum, Pro Bowl caliber, James Carpenter, what else they got on the line? Spencer Long, sitting behind Nick Mangold forever. He's going to be good. Outside of that, Brandon Shell's all right. But their O-line is what's going to win it. Brian Winters is a Pro Bowl caliber type dude. They got the parts. All they have to do is trim some of their fat, and they'll be gold because they get rid of some of that fat that frees up cap space. You can sign one big name dude to solidify whatever position you think needs solidified, or you can get draft picks and get some studs and be set for the future. The point is, there's things they can do right now to make it where the Patriots aren't the obvious pick. Patriots are the obvious pick because of the Patriots. They have Bill Belichick and Tom Brady, but the Jets are right there. So think about it, Jets. On to the AFC West. Oh man, AFC West. This one was difficult because the Denver Broncos and the LA Chargers probably not going to do shit. They could. They always could. It's the NFL. They're in the NFL for a reason. They're good players, but they're probably not going to do shit. The Raiders and the Chiefs. Both have questionable defenses. I'm not saying questionable because they're bad. I'm saying questionable because there's a lot of holes. They have a couple studs both ways. And they have a bunch of holes. Whoever can solidify those holes in the draft or the remainder of free agency, maybe do some early season trades, will win. Because both their offenses, the Chiefs, if Pat Mahomes can do his job, the Chiefs has one of the most dynamic offenses in the league. The Raiders as well, though, dynamic offense. Okay, they're no joke when it comes to offense either. They got Derek Carr slinging the rock around. They now have Jordy Nelson, who's old, but he can still get the job done. But on top of what they already had, Amari Cooper, like, come on. What else they got? Let me look at their roster real quick. Let you guys see it as well. Elijah Hood is underrated. There's the boy Jordy Nelson. Start at the bottom. Who's I looking at? They had some dude that I think he was new. Yeah, look out for him. I don't know, but they got Derek Carr, Amari Cooper. That's really all they need, let's be honest. But then you add Jordy Nelson onto that. They have a solid tight end. They have Doug Martin, that's their new guy. Doug Martin to run the ball. So they still got Marshawn Lynch. They're going to be able to run the ball. Excuse me. They're going to be able to run the ball. They're going to be able to throw the ball just because of Amari Cooper. And now they have Jordy Nelson, so they have two threats instead of one. Plus they have the tight end and Jared Cook. They're going to be fine. Their offense isn't as good as Their offense isn't as good as the Chiefs, but their defense is just the same. If anything, the Raiders are set better because their front seven is better. If you have a solid front seven to make offenses one-dimensional by passing the ball, you're better for it. So, I mean, it's not like the Raiders are the old, but they can get the job done. So, between the Raiders Chiefs, I'm going to pick the Raiders out of that one. Yeah, probably the Raiders. Go with the Raiders. NFC North, Packers. Packers. Come on, I'm a Packer fan. But that's not the reason I pick it. If you look at matchups, position by position, the second team would be the Vikings. Vikings are possibly the first team. They have Kirk Cousins now, who Case Keenum played good last year, but Kirk Cousins is better. They have a great offense around Kirk Cousins. Dalvin Cook will be back uninjured. Their O-line is questionable at best, so that's an issue, especially against the front seven that you're going to be facing in the NFC North with the Packers, the Lions, and somewhat the Bears. They have a few good people that you got to stop, but the O-line is going to be big for the Vikings. Their defense is phenomenal. They have defense everywhere you look. They have spots, but the Packers have a bunch of underrated guys. They're missing a lot of shit. Not gonna lie. If you look at years past, you look at stats, they're missing a lot. But Dom Capers, the shittiest defensive coordinator in the league for the past 5 years, is no longer there. So that instantly opens all the doors in the world for every Packer fan in the world that it's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be marvelous. Now, if Aaron Rodgers happens to get hurt again, they're probably fucked. DeShone Kizer and Brett Hundley are their backup quarterbacks because the New Orleans Saints have the great Taysom Allen. God, he was good. I want the Packers to get him back to replace Rodgers when Rodgers retires, but that's neither here nor there. But yeah, as long as Rodgers stays healthy, doesn't get hurt, they should be able to walk away with the division. Vikings would be 2 for that wild card, one of the wild card spots. But yeah, go with the Packers. We'll see. Packers suck that once. We'll see. All right. I'm telling you, Rodgers stays healthy. Watch out for this defense with the new defensive coordinator. They have a bunch of #1 picks there. A bunch of former #1 picks. So many former #1 picks on that defense, and they haven't done shit because their defensive coordinator is ass. I can run a better defense than them. I actually offered Ted Thompson, not gonna lie, I offered Ted Thompson $50,000 salary for me to run the defense because they were paying Capers $1 million and some a year. Ridiculous for how shitty he was. I would take $50,000 to run that defense and do a better job. But they went with someone else, so whatever. Not heard about it. It'll be alright. NFC, or the NFC now. NFC South. This one is kind of difficult to pick. You have the Falcons, Panthers, Saints, Buccaneers. Buccaneers didn't do jack shit last year. Again, we're not worried about last year. We're not worried about previous years. We're not worried about the draft so much. Not worried about still to come free agents so much. So if you look at the teams, the Falcons they're all pretty defensive heavy teams. And the Saints would be the lowest among them. And for that reason, the Saints are out. They have a good offense. Their defense is weak. O-line weak. I don't know. They're going to be contenders, obviously, because they're the Saints. But they're out. The Buccaneers, they are still in. I'll get to that in a second. The Carolina Panthers. Out. I don't trust it. Their defense has got way too many holes. They got Kuechly and all, but he's concussions and all that jazz. I don't know how he's at. Since his last concussion, he hasn't been the same. Their offense with Christian McCaffrey and Cam Newton, that is their offense. So we'll see about that. So they're out. But you got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Switch over this screen for you. Let me just point out some people for you. Cameron Brate. He's going to make a difference. Riley, I've never known how to pronounce his name. Below? I don't know. Michigan State boy. He makes a difference. Chris Conte. He can do some shit at the safety. It says DB. He's a strong safety typically. He'll sit back in his zone and make stuff happen that way. Vinny Curry. Added Vinny Curry. Stud. Mike Evans, obviously, is a top 10 receiver in the league. Levante David is a beast. Excuse me. William Golson can get after the quarterback. Chris Godwin's an alright receiver, but when you have Mike Evans getting people open like him and Cameron Brate, shit's gonna happen. Vernon Hargreaves, Brent Grimes, they can shut some people down. O.J. Howard is another animal of a tight end. Adam Humphries, Deshaun Jackson. Listen to these receivers that they have to throw to. These are good guys. Then we keep going here, and we got Ali Marpez, a Pro Bowler lineman for him. Gerald McCoy is a beast of a defensive lineman. Jason Pierre-Paul they just added. He's not going to get much, but he's going to rush the passer for you. He's a good third down dude. He's a little old. Put him in on third down, he's going to get you some shit. Or at least make people think. Brad Seaton was the tackle they needed to add. Jaquez Rogers is a beast of a running back. To put behind... Fuck, who's their starter now? Wait, is he their starter now? Because they don't have Doug Martin anymore. If he's their starter, that's kind of worrisome. I mean, really, not really, though, because they don't really need a running back, and Jaquez Rogers will do what they need. He's going to catch it out of the backfield and get some shit that way. So, I mean, they're still fine there. Obviously, you want something different, but it happens. This guy, not even going to try to pronounce his name, Tui Kolabatu. I did pronounce it. Good nose tackle. He'll sit in the middle. J.R. Sweezy is good guards. Noah Spence. Donovan Smith is an alright tackle. He's nothing spectacular, but just the names here are good, underrated names that should work well together. And if they do work well together, it'll be an amazing thing for the Buccaneers. The other team, it's a toss-up again in the NFC South. I'm leaning towards the Buccaneers. The other one would be, the only other team I haven't named, would be the Atlanta Falcons, because they still have that Super Bowl team that they won with, and then last year they just, I don't know what happened, but they have, that was weird, Jesus. They have all the pieces they need to be successful. We'll see if they can actually bring those pieces together to be successful yet again. But it's definitely between the Falcons and the Bucks for me, and I'm leaning towards the Bucks. But if it's going to be one of those, it's going to be one of those two teams. Between the Falcons, Bucks, leaning towards the Bucks. NFC East. Let's just get straight to it. Washington Redskins. They got Alex Smith now. You're still out. Sorry. Dallas Cowboys. You gone. Jerry Jones. What are you doing, man? What are you doing with the team? I don't even know, Jerry. I don't even know. I've always hated you as an owner, personally. You don't let the team be the team. You always try to stick your nose in. It worked out in the past, and now you're trying to just reinvent that or something. I don't know. It's awful, though. Cowboys, you're out. That leaves the New York Giants and the Philadelphia Eagles. The Philadelphia Eagles. The Philadelphia Eagles just won the Super Bowl. They haven't really changed their team, except for they combined for one of the greatest defensive lines. I don't want to say ever, but holy shit. Alright, they added Haloti Nada, who will give you not the whole game, but he'll give you some things. They added Michael Bennett. They added fuck, who was that? Who the fuck was that? Pass rusher they added. I'm drawing a blank. It's rough. Check the roster. I don't know, they added someone else or re-signed someone else. I don't know. Anyway, their front seven is fucking phenomenal. They have 5 studs who can get after those. 5 guys who can get after quarterback, plus you got Haloti Nada in there. You're not gonna. I don't want to say you're not gonna do anything against that front, but you're not gonna do a lot. I can tell you that much. Just a great defense. It's the same defense as last year for the most part, with Michael Bennett being the big addition and Haloti Nada being an addition. The issue being Super Bowl hangover. Philadelphia is still fucking partying. I tell you what, they're still all probably wasted because they're living off of this. The Super Bowl hangover is a thing. Do I think they can still win? Yes, of course I think they can still win the division. That's why they're one of the top 2 picks for this division. That's 50%, in case you didn't know. Anywho, Eagles, they will be there, I'm sure, at least the wild card, but we'll see how bad that hangover is exactly. What's the asterisk? Did you try to send something? Did you send something that I just can't see on my phone? Anywho. The other pick would be the Giants. I know what you're thinking. The fucking Giants? Didn't they win like 2 games? They're a different team after Odell. Okay? And yes, that happened early as shit. But let's just look at this. Alright? Let's just make sure that's up. There we go. That's up. Cool. Eli Apple. He's going to do some shit for you. Odell. He's going to be Odell. Landon Collins, one of the best safeties, if not the best safety in the league. Brandon Dixon, solid. Evan Ingram, beast tight end. Eric Flowers, worst tackle in the league. But guess what? We'll get to that in a second. He's not their starter anymore. And that's huge because without him, holy shit, they don't have a lot of problems, honestly. That was kind of their big issue. Dwayne Harris is good. Damon Harrison, yeah, he'll get the job done for you. He'll get the job done for you. We got Cody Latimer. He's solid. Roger Lewis did good. Let's see, 36 receptions, 416 yards. It was after Odell went out that he actually played. I don't think he played with Odell. But I mean, so he had that kind of production when they were just god awful. Imagine what happens when Odell's back there and taking focus away. Brandon Marshall, he's still gonna. Was he hurt? What the fuck kind of stat is that? What happened here? Oh yeah, he was hurt the second half of the season he was out. Yeah, games played week 5. Yeah, he was out too. That explains that. But yeah, they're gonna have Brandon Marshall back. Avery Moss, he can get it done. Rushing the passer. He has no stats, but he'll get there. Alec Ogletree was a big addition for him. He is a good linebacker. Underrated. Sterling Shepard, he's going to be great. Get him along with Odell Beckham again. There he is. There's the difference maker. Nate Soldier, one of the best tackles to come through. He's going to make all the difference in the world. And if you think he's not, you're crazy. That literally makes all the... David, I lost my train of thought. Nate Soldier makes all the difference in the world. Okay? It's just... he is. And then, right below him, Jonathan Stewart. They have a run game, guys. They're going to have a run game. It's great. Well, maybe. I mean, Jonathan Stewart's a solid back, but... I don't know if he makes the biggest difference in the world. The biggest thing is Nate Soldier. They're going to make their money by throwing the ball, and he's going to help because he can actually protect someone for it. Unlike fucking, not even worth mentioning his name, so I'm just going to highlight him. Where'd he go? Where'd he go? There. I'm not even going to mention his name. Thanks to him, they can actually pass the ball again. And that literally makes all the difference in the world, honestly. They have some good DBs. They have good linebackers. Their D-line is questionable without Jason Pierre-Paul. They still have good things coming from that. So, look for the Giants. Plus, they have the number 2 pick. I don't know who they're going to pick. It's probably going to be someone, maybe Saquon Barkley to go along with Jonathan Stewart. That'd be big time. Again, we're not worried about the draft. We're not worried about upcoming free agents. Right now, who we're working with is a potential sleeper pick because of their offense. Their defense is solid enough to get by. Could definitely use some stronger weapons there, but their offense is what's going to win them games, as long as everyone stays healthy and all that jazz. But again, we're not worried about that. Anywho, yeah, we're gonna go ahead and pick the Eagles though. If the Giants can stay healthy, they will win. Okay, but I don't think they'll win the division. They're more of a wild card team. It'll be like Packers or Vikings. Top 4 wild card teams anyway. Packers, Vikings, whoever doesn't win the division. Bucks, Falcons, whoever doesn't win the division. Eagles, Giants, probably Giants because Eagles I think will win the division, and then someone out of the NFC West. Will be the top 4 wild card. NFC West, speaking of which, here we go. Jimmy Garoppolo, we'll see what he can do. He is undefeated as a starting quarterback. I think overall, he hasn't lost with the 49ers, and I don't think he lost when he was a starting quarterback with the Patriots. So we'll see what he can do. They didn't do a lot to build around him. They have a bunch of no-name players. It's kind of one of those things that Bill Belichick likes to do, is stack up. Here, we'll just do this. We'll scroll through here. C.J. Beathard is the first noticeable name, backup quarterback. DeForest Buckner, good. Sheldon Day, yeah. Reuben Foster is a beast. Pierre Garçon, good wide receiver, getting kind of old, but whatever. See what I mean? Do you see what I mean? When's the last time I stopped? I haven't. Max McCaffrey, he's a good receiver. Jerick McKinnon is their starting running back, which kind of scares me because they need a better running back than him personally, but he's a good running back. He'll get the job done. He's one of those split guys. Earl Mitchell's all right. Rich Sherman, that was big. That's a big time pickup for him. So he's gonna do some things as long as his Achilles isn't fucking out of whack. This guy right here, Jacquizzic Tart, solid player. But Jimmy Ward is good. You notice how I didn't say a lot of names? It's because they don't have names. They have Jimmy Garoppolo winning every game he fucking plays in somehow with a bunch of no-name dudes. I don't know how they do it, but if they can manage to do it again, they could win potentially just by some miracle. The division, maybe. I don't think they're going Super Bowl by any means, but for some reason, Jimmy Garoppolo fucking wins. I'm in the wrong goddamn screen. Jesus. Jimmy Garoppolo wins. After that, the Rams are obviously the favorite. I mean, they went far in the playoffs this year. Their team hasn't changed. For the most part, they are thinking about adding Ndamukong Suh. Again, upcoming free agent, so we're not going to talk about that. But I mean, their team is still just as good as last year, if not better. They got Tavon Austin isn't going to do anything for you, but Michael Brockers is good. We'll just pull this up here. Why not? They got Aaron Donald, Defensive Player of the Year. This guy right here, Samson Ibukan. He's not bad. Gerald Everett is a solid tight end. Morgan Fox is good. Jared Goff, they got Todd Gurley. That's a good combination of players right there. Dominic Catfield is a solid corner. They also have Akeem Sleeve. They just added Akeem Sleeve. Sam Shields, who knows? He took a whole year off. But they got Roby Coleman. So, I mean, their DBs are solid. And Tanzel Smart will get some things done for him this year. Didn't do anything last year. Yeah, I mean, all in all, Marcus Peters, hello. They got some DBs to shut you down. They're going to force you to run against them. And with their defensive line, I don't know if you can. So that's why they are easily the most dangerous team in the NFC West. The Seahawks, the last team I've yet, or the Cardinals, I haven't mentioned either, but they're fucking garbage. They're out. They're done. The Seahawks I haven't mentioned yet. If the Seahawks don't win this year, they're done for quite a while. Unless they can do some drafts or make a hit in free agency the years to come. But they're probably done. They just lost Sherman, Chancellor, and Chancellor and I can't. Jesus, drawing a blank. Earl Thomas are probably gone after this year, so there's their heart of their defense with those three. All their pass rushers, for the most part, are getting old. They might be able to get Bruce Irvin back from the Raiders, I hear. But I mean, they're just getting old. Their defense is the bread and butter of their whole team is getting old, and I don't know if they can do it for much longer. Their offense is good. I mean, they got Russell Wilson, some couple receivers to throw to, and excuse me. They had a couple receivers to go to. They got Thomas Rawls, they're pro size. They're solid running backs. Tanner McAvoy came out big for him this year at the receiver. They got Tyler Lockett, of course, Doug Baldwin. Those are obviously weapons, but it's their defense that I'm worried about. They're all getting old. I think if they don't make an impact this year, I think they're done. Again, unless they draft some young players, they do good in the draft next year. They make a crazy free agents next year. I mean, they got Barkevius Mingo this year, who's big for them, but again, he's how old? He's not that old, but I don't think. I hope if I type his full name and said he was, yeah, he's 27, so he's not that old, but he's their youngest player probably, honestly. He's probably close anyway. Bobby Wagner is how old? He's getting close to 30? No, he's young. 27. So kind of close to 30. But I mean, you got an old defense, man. They're all close to 30 for the most part, if not over 30. The running back isn't that solid. They got Process and Rawls, which will get the job done for you, but it's nothing like when they had beast mode. The receivers are good. They have a good quarterback. I just don't foresee them being able to do good. Like I said, this is their last year. If they can do something this year, good. But after this year, I don't know how far they will be able to make it. Especially with the Rams, how young they are. The Niners doing what they fucking do. The Cardinals are on the up and up because they're pretty much tanking. You know, who knows what will happen there. They have, Sam Bradford now is their quarterback? Is that who? Yeah, Bradford there, Keenum to the Broncos, I believe. Bradford. Yep, Sam Bradford. Excuse me. But I mean, Buda Baker, Antoine Bethea, he's pretty old. Let's see how old he is. 33, but Buda Baker. Deion Buchanan, Josh Bynes, Larry Fitz, he's going to retire after. Wait, he did retire, did he? Didn't he? I don't remember. I don't remember. But they got Marcus Golden. Jermaine Gresham's going to retire soon. Ronnie Gunter. TJ Humphries is a good lineman. They have a solid offensive lineman. They have David Johnson. Their wide receivers are old, but they have a good quarterback in Sam Bradford to throw to them. Yeah, they just have a lot of young players and a lot of old players. They don't have a lot of in-between, so who knows what they can do in the future. But the Seahawks are done after this year, unless they can do something crazy in free agency / the draft. I can't foresee them being good for at least next year. As far as this year goes, probably not. I'm going to say the Rams or the Niners, but probably the Rams. The Niners could be some crazy team if Garoppolo keeps fucking winning like they are, but who knows what's going to go and happen there. All right, last segment. It's been a pretty decent length podcast. What are we at? Hour 21. So wow, this took up a lot of time. Last segment, it'll be a real quick one though. NFL free agents, current NFL free agents that have yet to sign with the team. There's a lot of talk of who they were going to sign with. Terrell Pryor just signed with someone. Bengals. Panthers just signed to Noah Searcy. That's big time. Come on, go back to Marcus Cooper, Cardinals. That'd be big for him. Jets signed Terrell Pryor. Oh my god, there you go. The Jets, even better. They got fucking Terrell Pryor now. Yeah, they're just getting better. Anyway, we'll pop this up here. Let's look at the notable free agents still yet to be picked up. There's a lot of talks with a bunch of them. Ndamukong Suh will obviously make a difference, being 31. That's still pretty young for a D tackle. I mean, it's not old, but it's not young. It's right in that happy medium. Jonathan Hankins, he'll make a difference. That's why he's number 2. Alan Hearns, he's only 26, and he's top. He's not a top 10 receiver. With him and Robinson was one of the best duos, though. I'd say he's a top 30 receiver, so he'll make a difference. EJ Gaines is a lockdown corner for someone if you put him in the right scheme. Bashad, isn't his name Bashad Breeland? Yeah, it is Bashad. I thought it was Bashad Breeland. Lockdown corner, pretty much no matter what scheme you put him in, so he's going to make a difference. So we got 2 stud corners. I don't know why I can't highlight. Anyway, 2 stud corners here for someone to pick up. Hey, Packers, you need some more. Whatever. 2 stud defensive linemen for at least 2 or 3 more years, and a good up-and-coming lineman. Robert Ayers will make a difference for a D-end. He's too big to play outside linebacker, so 4-3 D-end is quite accurate. Eric Reed. Eric Reed's only 26. What? I'll be damned, he's only 26. Eric Reed will be a good pickup for someone in the safety position. Hey, you don't have Morgan Burnett anymore, Packers. Pay attention, Packers. Are you watching Ted Thompson and the Packers? Look at all these guys. Eric Reed, EJ Gaines, get Bashad Breeland. Fuck it. You know, any of them. Throw in Jonathan Hankins. Alan Hearns, replace Jordy. There's a lot of options here. You said you wanted to make an impact from free agency. Here you go. Outside of that, Navarro Bowman. He's probably done. I don't mean he's retiring, but I'm not going to put stock into him. Junior Gillette, there's some teams interested in him. He can make a difference in the pass rush. If you need him, worth it. 2 years. Byron Maxwell, he can do some things for you. As I don't think a full-time corner, but he'll get some rest for your starters. Don't put him in the nickel. Yeah, he'll be good enough. You can probably get him decently cheap. Kenny Vaccaro and Trey Boston, both solid safeties. If you're looking for a safety, obviously Eric Reed would be the number one guy to get, but these two couldn't get the job done for you. Um, Eric Reed and Vaccaro would be more similar than Trey. Trey's that free safety type who can come downhill if you want. Pernell McPhee, here's the rusher you want. Screw Junior Gillette or even Bowman, Robert Ayers, any of them really. You want Pernell McPhee. Rogers Cromartie, he's too old. Toss him. Benny Logan, he'll be expensive if someone wants him, but you can get him. Jeremy Macklin's got a few good things left in him, probably. Austin Howard can do some things. Benson Mayowa, he can do some things for you, but I think Cody Ely would be better, and they do about the same thing because Benson's an undersized defensive end. He would be, these two would be similar, but again, not as good as the other guys. Eric Decker can still do some things at 31, but his price tag might be a bit high. Marco Murray, he's probably done. Jordan Matthews, the Packers are looking at signing him. I wouldn't mind that. Kendall Wright, he has not been successful anywhere he's gone for the most part. He had one good year at the Titans, but nothing really there. We'll just go to the top 50. Oh, sweet, top 50. Okay. Tyvon Branch, he could do some things for you as a safety for 1 or 2 years. Connor Barwin, same thing at the rusher. There's a lot of pass rushes here. Here's one you want. Delvin Briao. I think it's Briao. I don't know how to pronounce his name. The dude's good, though. He would be one to pick up. He was the second corner behind Marshawn Lattimore for the Saints. Solid dude. He would be one to pick up. He might be a little pricey, but he'd also be worth it because he's only 28. Luke Joeckel, Pro Bowl guard. If you need a guard, he's one to pick up. Seahawks don't let him go because we talked about this. All right, you can't afford it. Darkwa, he'll do some things for you as like a third running back. He won't be a premier running back, not even a rotational guy, but as a third running back, he could come in and make a difference. Lots of olds here. Courtney Upshaw can do some things for you, but nothing's like he'll get you what you need. I think he's too scheme specific personally, but he'll get the job done. Michael Thomas is a good safety. He can get the job done there. He'd be one to pick up, probably cheap, relatively cheap anyway. Alfred Morris closing it up. I've always been a believer in Alfred Morris, but not a lot of people do for some reason. But yeah, so just quick run through again as far as defensive tackles. There's who you want. Allen Hurts, EJ Gaines, Bashad Breeland. There's who you want. Corner, yeah. For rushers, get there. Safety, get Eric Reed or Kenny Vaccaro. I like him more than Trey Boston. Pass runners, you get Pernell McPhee or probably Cody Ely. Connor Barwin, maybe. He's not going to give you as much. Brian Cushing can still play. Get Devin Breaux for cheap. Briao. There's a lot of options for free agencies here. I mean, I just named, so there's 50 listed here. I would say 20 of them are difference makers instantly. I would say 10 are difference makers to no matter what team they go to. The other 10 out of the 20 that are difference makers are, if they go to the right team, they'll be an instant difference maker on the right team. So there's still plenty to happen in free agency. You still have the draft coming up. This NFL season, this NFL off season is far from over. There are so many things that can happen still. Besides the draft, that it's anyone's game. Like it's always anyone's game because it's the fucking off season. But like more so than ever is this anyone's game. So be that as it may, when it comes time to the draft, I'll do a little draft analysis, go back over the draft prospects, free agents, and see what teams need what. We'll try to do some research on that so we can actually be prepared. But that's not until April 20th, last weekend of April, I believe is the draft. 28th, 29th, 30th. I think that's, check the old calendar here. I think it's the 27th, 28th, 29th. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. So we got plenty of time until the draft, plenty of time for free agents, plenty of time for the Packers to make a fucking difference in free agents, man. Look at all those free agents just named. Spend some fucking money. Let's win another Super Bowl. What do you say? But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, that was a great podcast. Hour 31. Solid time still, not over excessive, not underwhelming. All in all, probably pretty boring, but YOLO. No, fuck it. Doing it for my health. It keeps me healthy. I bet you didn't know that, but it does. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, let's enjoy this nice closing scene, same as the opening scene, but it's nice and pretty. I might change it up. Stay tuned in the next podcast, see if I change it up. But yeah, here we go. Pretty. Now enjoy some When I See One by Matt Still, the end of the song. It was the song that played at the beginning. Thanks, guys.